centimeters better. But now we're moving on to one of my favorite events. We got Kyle Garland, the freight train. He is the second best in the history of the world in this event, and he's the second best by maybe just leaning at the line like we just talked about. This is how he opened the day yesterday with the 60. A really solid effort for him there, moving right into the long jump. He's one of the biggest and strongest men in the competition. It's no secret why he's got the nickname of Freight Train. But after this event, that Freight Train started to roll. He had a couple of wins under his belt. He threw farthest in the shot. And despite his size and frame, he's a 7-foot high jumper and makes absolutely easy work of 2:08 right there to close out day one. They go to bed, they get treatment, they eat, and start the day this morning with the 60-meter hurdles. Makes it through clean. This is the day today where you can have some stuff slip up, and you can no height, you can hit a hurdle, you can DNF, and it can ruin your competition. And the opposite of that of what is happening with Hakeem McMorris right there. The former Cal Bear starts clearing bars, ends up jumping a personal best today to climb back within 6 points of Aiden Ouimet for a podium. And now they've got the final event here, the 1,000-meter run to close out this heptathlon.
So that gets you up to date, and here we are live, and there is the freight train. Kyle Garland with 1,000 meters ahead of him. Just that highlights package that Trey walked us through. Phenomenal from this guy. He'll be up against Jack Flood. The 29-year-old from Blue Point here in New York is ready to race for a kilometer. The men's heptathlon will be completed with these 1,000 meters.
I want to see what we're going to get out of Kyle Garland. He's on the line running for his very first U.S. title. And is he going to push it? Is he going to press the gas? Is he going to stamp this competition at, like we opened the show, on the way to Paris? Will he be the next great American decathlete? And will this ignite that fire in him? The other race we're looking at, Lee, is McMorris and Ouimet. They both got very similar personal bests, down around 2:40 in this run, and 1 second is worth about 11 seconds, or sorry, 1 second's worth about 11 points. So they have to stay close. They can't let, Ouimet cannot let Hakeem get too far out in front.
And Hakeem McMorris, the second athlete that you see in shot right there, hip number 4, is out after Austin West. Austin was the runner who just took off at the gun, but now that advantage has been diminished, and it's McMorris closing in.
This is about the point in the race, Lee, where you either thank yourself for going out conservatively and within yourself, or you're starting to feel like you've made a huge mistake. These are really big, powerful, strong athletes. These are not distance runner bodies or physiques. And so carrying around all of this mass and muscle, it takes its toll on you.
Look, you're a 2-time world champion in the decathlon and an Olympic medalist. How hard is it to finish? I mean, you had to finish with the 1,500, but how hard is it to finish with a 1,000-meter run?
You start regretting some life choices at certain points, but this is what it's all about. All these men, everyone that does, the multi-event, the heptathlon or decathlon, you're in it because you love this. You love sticking your nose into a competition and seeing what you got. And this last lap, there is no feeling like this last lap.
Look at Aiden Ouimet, the third athlete on the right-hand side. He's starting to close the gap, and Hakeem McMorris is starting to show a little bit of fatigue, and rightly so. Austin West still leads the way. McMorris is trying to close in on him. Ouimet is trying to stay with him. They're grimacing to the line. McMorris, he's almost there. West is going to hang on. McMorris second. And in the final event of the men's heptathlon, Aiden Ouimet finishes third.
What a gutsy finish right there from McMorris. a huge personal best. He dragged Aiden Wiemet all the way to a new personal best, but that was guts, to go out faster than you've ever gone out in the first lap and then in the second lap, and then to maintain it and to close that hard and to break Aiden behind him ever so slightly. He needed 6 points to overtake Aiden in the overall standings, and he's got it. And there's your first time U.S. national champion, Kyle Garland. Came in nice and smooth, even split, coming around in 2:51 for that 1,000 Lee.
You saw a quick shot there of Hakeem McMorris, who finished second in the 1,000, and he will finish second in this meet. But let's hear from the newly crowned indoor national champion in the men's heptathlon. He's standing by with Lewis.
Well, Kyle, as you were standing on the line for this 1,000, what were you thinking about in terms of the fatigue over the 2 days and the shot at getting your first indoor national championship?
There was so much going through my head, but I just had to stay calm, stay composed. You know, I dealt with a lot of adversity over these past 2 days and even leading up to the meet, you know. So just wanted to stay healthy, just wanted to finish strong and fight, ultimately get my first of many U.S. championships.
You had an incredible quote after your DNF at the 2024 Olympic trials. Must have been a heartbreaker. But you wrote on social media on December 30th, "Dear 2024, despite it all, you couldn't break me. 2025, bring it on. Sincerely, Freight." Is this the beginning of you bringing it on?
This is the beginning of me bringing it on, man. I wholeheartedly believe it. With all the adversity that I've faced throughout my career, especially since turning professional, I just feel like everything has been trying to knock me down, and I'm still standing, man. At the end of this 1K, I'm still standing, and I came out with my first U.S. championship, so I'm so blessed and grateful.
Awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, Lewis.
And Lee standing next to him, I understand exactly why they call him the Freight Train. He's huge.
Well, the freight train was rumbling this weekend here in Staten Island, that's for sure. Kyle Garland, congrats on becoming a national indoor champion in the men's heptathlon. And Hakeem McMorris finishes second. What a way to finish. And just even to hear Kyle say, I'm still standing in the big picture. I'm still standing after these 1,000 meters to cap it all off and to come back from some adversity.